Remember when Andrew killed that goose?
So we all kind of killed that goose.
Andrew killed the goose.
No.
They screamed at each other and that goose fell in the fucking rapids.
It was like so cinematic. That was one of the most memorable fucking moments of our youth.
He sent me a Christmas card.
What was that, like 2012?
Whatever,
that was early.
Whenever
R.I.P. 2012 goose.
Was he visiting or he didn't move yet?
He didn't even move yet, I don't think.
No, that was like right before he moved. That was like the week he moved.
That was after Hurricane Irene.
You thieving whore! All right, we live, John.
It's been rolling.
Welcome to Funk Yeah, It's a Podcast. No animals were harmed during the making of this episode.
Oh my lord!
You can't say that. You can't inflect. You cannot inflect that.
You threw eyebrows into it.
Whatever. We're definitely starting at the goose part.
I mean, it was... Hurricanes are memorable in their own right, but the fact that he scared that goose back into the flowing, rapid water...
Yeah, it was bad.
It's gone. It's a goner.
I will never forget it. I will never forget it.
It's a goner.
Yeah. I killed a goose way worse than he did once.
This wasn't a part of my
list. We're not going to start that. That's not the intro. This is not the goose episode.
Anyway, welcome to this episode where we have decided we're going to take the time to recap pretty much when the new members joined our band up until this very moment. So, like the past year.
But first, we have to discuss whether or not teleportation is real. Because I saw Shador Sanders earlier hugging his dad, Deion Sanders. And I'm like, how is this man coach a football team and also watch his son play in a football game?
I'm telling you, the elite are holding out on us.
They're holding out?
They're holding out on us.
So it doesn't exist because it's not possible currently. But we live inside of a black hole, so I mean anything's possible.
Multiverse.
So how can you say it's not possible?
How do you know we live inside a black hole?
Because the Big Bang Theory is just shit being sucked into a singularity. And that's the universe we know. We're in the singularity of probably multiple black holes.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. Too much for a Sunday. Anyway, you know what I do know is real? Hoots and Hellmouth are having a show at Ardmore to celebrate their 20th anniversary. This episode is after. Is it coming out after or before?
No, this episode will
Day
be out
of?
right before. The goal is for this episode to be out Thursday the 11th. Their show is Friday the 12th, or is it Saturday the 12th?
I think it's Friday. Yeah, Friday the 12th.
Friday the 12th is the Hoots and Hellmouth 20th anniversary show at Ardmore Music Hall. This show will air one day prior to that.
So get your tickets.
So get your tickets to Hoots and Hellmouth if you don't have them already. They are my all-time favorite band. Hold that for me for a second.
Oh, I was like, what's that?
It's like, I have a microphone already.
I was like, I don't need this.
I'm a huge Hoots and Hellmouth fan.
Hey, Ed, can you zoom in on that shot real quick? Can you just... Thanks, Ed. It's our crew guy, Ed, back there. He's nameless, faceless. You'll never see him.
Ed zoomed in. But
great shot.
Yeah, before Hoots and Hellmouth opened for us at our first, or our last hurrah show that we had a little while back, I kind of stalked those guys for a little bit. So
that's a nice way of putting it. And you said stalk.
I'm pretty sure that's what Sean Hoots thought I was doing. I mean, Mike's my homie now. Me and Mike are tight. The rest of the band, I think I creeped them out. But
do you remember running into Sean Hoots on the interstate?
Yeah, and that's when I said this guy thinks I stalk him.
That would be my main reason that I think he thinks we're weird. Because we were all like, Sean Hoots! And he was like, yeah? And we were just all like, oh my god, we can't believe you're out here, what? And it was just like such happenstance. And all of us were like juiced up about it. And he probably just left that whole conversation like...
He was probably hoping to go hiking. But Sean, we love you. We love your band. We love your music. I have every record on vinyl.
We also really appreciate that you jumped on stage for Ophelia and for the picture that is on the insert of Can't Stand the Music vinyl.
Yes, so.
All of Hoots is on that picture.
Chestnut Grove very intensely endorses Hoots and Hellmouth.
Yeah, it's true.
So.
Very true.
20th anniversary, that's exciting. Also, fuck, we're old.
Fuck, we're old. Yeah.
How did this happen?
Yeah.
I know older people are always like, fuck you, you're not old. But I'm like, I feel old.
Yeah.
You don't get to take that from me.
Having to date things like that, yeah, it makes me feel old. You know what else we endorse? Will Martinko's movie.
Yes.
Inertia is finally streaming.
We had Will Martinko on 6 months back or whatever. I'm not good with time like that. So, but I think about then. And he was here to promote his movie Inertia, which is officially available on
Fandango and Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. I have not watched it yet, but Will, I apologize. I'm just not good at watching movies. So I will get on it and watch that movie.
Yeah, same. I agree. So that's pretty much all we got for intros. So here's a word from our sponsor, and then stick around for stories from the year.
This episode is brought to you by Mirth Films. Mirth Films is a music news and entertainment outlet that specializes in original video content and live streaming. Based out of New York State with coverage spanning the local, regional, and national scene. They have a wide variety of topics that are covered. Mirth Films video content consists of live music videos, artist interviews, documentaries, podcasts, video and photo, sketch comedy, festival recaps, and more. Mirth Films also offers written content like exclusive interviews, recaps of the latest concerts including high-resolution photo galleries, and much more. Not only do they produce original content, Mirth Films can also be found working behind the scenes with artists, venues, businesses, by helping create content for their own platforms. Some of the various work with our partners include live streaming, video production, photography, among other forms of multimedia marketing.
Okay, welcome back. So, we're going to start with our first gig with Jared, because that's pretty much where we left off.
Yeah, so this episode is going to heavily just be an appreciation of Jared and Shannon and some of our new horn players 100%. And some of the people that have joined Chestnut Grove over the past year and have helped bring us back from our hiatus that was as short-lived as possible. It felt like the longest year of my life, if anybody's concerned. It may, to you, Chestnut Grove never went anywhere, but to me, I was like, what is happening? So that year's over.
Yeah. I got engaged, so that year pretty much just in my memory is like I got engaged.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a great year.
But usually it's like you traveled around a whole bunch. You toured here. You went
met all these new people.
You got engaged. You had this. You did that. But it was like you got engaged.
Yeah. I was like, you tried to get a job and didn't do it.
Well, here we are. Thanks, Jared.
But thanks, Jared. I don't really remember like how it all occurred. Actually, like how I really got Jared. I kind of was working with his other band, Brick Nova, for a little bit, and I brought it up to him. I was like, I don't want Chestnut Grove to be gone forever. Would you be like interested? And then like the next time I saw him, he was like, I learned a couple of the songs, and I kind of was like, okay. I'll call the band.
Does that mean you want to join?
And then we definitely felt down a member as soon as we first started playing with Jared. Like, it worked. We could get through the songs. But I was like, we're a 5-piece band minimum.
We just our songs have a lot going on.
Yeah, you need 5 people.
Yeah, so I think when you're missing that, it lacks
Four people
something.
Is not enough for Chestnut Grove to, the way we're writing in the studio now and the way we're working on things, it's not enough. 4 people's not enough people to produce anything we're trying to do in a live setting, really.
Yeah.
So we lucked out and got Shannon. We met Shannon through our friends Ari and Sean, and right away it just kind of clicked. It really did just work out fast. I felt like everything was right on point. We could already play our whole set pretty quickly.
And it was easy because they're both very like self-sufficient. So they really picked up on things quickly.
Yeah, 100%. But we did play one gig with Jared prior that we were actually supposed to do with his other band, but then they decided they weren't doing things, and I had an obligation to cover a gig, so we played a pool.
Oh.
We played like a YMCA type event. It was like rich people YMCA. It's like
it's basically like the
community center.
Yeah, the community center pool.
Yeah. And they were putting on an event for their members because it was like that's what I mean. It was like fancy Y.
Yeah.
And we were obligated to still play it, and it was a super weird gig. So like they're probably expecting us to play covers. I don't really know. Everybody's just kind of swimming in a pool, and we played in the hot sun and set our stuff up, and we just started playing with Jared, so we weren't like really that like gelled on our originals yet.
And they didn't put us under any shade.
And I think our speakers,
our sound system just could not handle the heat.
And it just crapped out. Our sound system had
it kept
a heat
restarting. Stroke. Yeah, it just was not. It was not a good time.
No. Struggle. Probably the worst gig ever. So Jared even said, he's like, well, if I didn't quit after that,
I do appreciate that he has that.
The venue itself appreciated us playing. I think everybody had a good time, but we were hard on ourselves for that one because just a lot of things did not go well.
Yeah.
But,
it all logistically made sense, but it was just not.
So Jared's first gig was also the last time we ever drove in our old band van.
Oh, yeah.
And then we were right before we retired, the Bicentennial Falcon or whatever million names we called Mr. Van Morrison.
I fucking loved that van. I loved that van because it was such a pretty blue color. And that one time that we played Pickfest, and we all wore jean jackets and black jeans, and we stood next to the van and took our picture because the van had like a jean jacket and black jeans on. It was just really cute. I love that. I love that picture. That's what it looks like. Our color scheme fit our band van, and it looked like our band van was like matching us.
Yeah, wearing our clothes.
Yeah, we were gigging. It was
R.I.P. R.I.P. That was a good van. No one bought it from us, thankfully. That's because I had 3 bands try and buy it from me, and I went, dudes,
you don't want it.
If I could buy a van that was as cheap as I was selling this van for, I would still just keep this van. You don't want this van. I don't want you to die in this van.
No, that's really what it is.
Just trying to sell it to somebody for parts. Scrapped the shit out of that thing.
Yeah. And we got a new van this year.
We did get a new van this year. Do we want to officially announce the name of the van? We're not in front of it. We'll make a post coming soon. But
yes.
Jeff Van. We're going to introduce you to Jeff Van.
Jeff Van.
Van. 2 N's.
2 N's. It's official.
Yeah.
Vanna,
he's the greatest drummer ever. So.
Yeah, Vanna White was in high contention.
Vanna White was in high contention.
There was another one, too.
But on a personal level,
Jeff Van just feels
Van
right.
Is the van name.
So hopefully that doesn't creep you out, Jeff Man. That we named our van Jeff Van.
I think I'll like it.
I hope so. He's gonna be like, you guys are wild.
He's the greatest triangle player of all time.
What a bunch of wackadoos we are. But, so yeah, Jared Shannon in the band. So Shannon's first gig, we talked about Jared's first gig. Shannon's first gig was at Big Phil's.
Big Phil's, where we will be doing our annual Thanksgiving Eve show.
So the Tuesday
before Thanksgiving every year, we will be at Big Phil's. So just put that in your calendar. Come hang out, party with us. That's kind of a secret, not so secret Chestnut Grove show.
Yeah. Play a lot of covers, just hang out, have a general very good time.
Yes, Dee and friends. Next year we'll bring more friends. This year Clay played with us. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it'd be cool to get the horns out if we could.
I would love to. I hit up Alex. I told him. He said Pottstown the night before Thanksgiving is pretty hard for me.
Yeah.
But
definitely a weird week, and that's okay. But then after that, our first like duo of shows on the road, we went upstate to New York.
Yeah, we water hogged it.
We water hogged it. I was like, it's water hog, right?
Well, no, and you can also call it Uni-hole.
Uni-hole?
Both names are awesome. You either water hog or you Uni-hole.
I feel like Uni-hole is just not.
Uni-hole's not okay.
Not okay. We should probably not use that one.
That's why I said water hog.
But honestly,
water hog's not that good either.
For their two, like, I'm gonna say these are their real first, like, Chestnut Grove experience shows. That's not a bad run.
No, that's a great run. I specifically remember Eric hitting me up and saying we had like 200 tickets sold for, which like isn't a crazy amount or anything like that, but Shannon heard me say that to you, and she goes, we have over 200 tickets sold for our show tomorrow night, like at our first show. And I was like, yeah. She's like, I've never had that happen. Yeah. So, it was, you could tell the band, having Shannon and Jared along for the ride brought a lot of new excitement to it. It did feel like we were doing it again for the first time.
Definitely.
Like, it felt exciting. It didn't feel like a drag. It didn't feel like we were, oh my God, how are we ever going to make this work? We're more like, yeah, it's never going to work, so fuck it.
That's 100% the new attitude.
Yeah, it's never going to work.
so
It's never
fuck
going
it.
to make sense, so fuck it.
It's still super fun and
Oh, it's the most
no,
fun.
that's what I mean. That's like the best intro. They were
Unihog
both
show,
juiced.
The Unihog show is great. Unihog is an experience in itself in the best way possible. If you are ever heading up to Vermont or anything for ski season,
or near
you're
Albany,
near Albany region or anything like that, look up Unihog. It's in Hoosick Falls, New York, right on the Vermont-New York border, and it is one of the coolest, most unique bars in the world.
Yeah,
Straight up.
Yeah, you're gonna like spend a majority of time just looking around because there's just like interesting stuff all over
Absolutely.
the place. The people there are great. We also had horns for those shows.
For the first time,
Yes.
we have been touring when we can afford it, and it makes sense with a horn section. Connor Dunn from Let's Be Leonard, and then he's played with Wild Adriatic a lot, and a lot of other bands up in the Capital Region.
Yeah.
He joined us on saxophone for that run, and a lot of other things. And then we have Alex Steyer from Stella Ruse, who has been joining us for a lot of shows. And then later on in the year, we added Vince Gleason, also from Stella Ruse, who Vince is a little injured right now, so hopefully he gets well soon and gets back into the saddle with us quickly.
Yeah, he got real banged up. But it's cool because Vince can play... He plays both saxophones.
Yes.
So when we don't have Connor, he's able to kind of fill in more of like the lead position.
I think Connor plays all of them too. Adam Price, who actually did saxophone on our new song "The Hang" coming out, spoiler, he did both saxophone parts. Like he did two different.
I don't know how
like-
that translates, so...
I mean, he played clarinet too. Adam played Angry Beaver with us at Red Corner, and I immediately called this man. I don't know him. I barely know him at all, and I'm like, "Hey, come track horns on our record." And he was like, "Okay. Can I hear the song?" I was like, "Yeah, no problem." But
It's just nice to
he
be able
did
to...
fantastic though, going out on a
Yeah.
whim like that. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen.
No, and it's just nice to be able to... We finally have those friends that we can call on to be like, hey, we're able to afford horns. Are you available? Just kind of like pick and grab them out, and they're able to come with us. Like, Alex is on trumpet and percussion, but he's also just
Flavor
a hype
Flav.
man.
Dude, he's
just a hype man.
He's
like,
Chestnut Grove's Flavor Flav.
Oh,
dude.
it's wild.
All day.
He's the best. It's so fun.
Yeah, dude, I want to get him a big medallion.
He just like I don't know. He takes our energy to.
Can we do that? Can we get him a? We'll waste some of our money that we don't really have.
Giant
and
clock necklace.
I want it to be like maybe the hands make the CG symbol. It doesn't need to be a clock. I was
we gotta
thinking
think of
more
a
like
cool,
the CG
big
symbol,
gaudy something.
like a big gaudy CG, like that he just wears. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to get him some bling.
I was gonna say we can make one out of wood pretty easily and have them just sprayed in gold.
Wooden bling.
Yeah.
Well, no, but like sprayed in like gold spray paint.
Nice. Dude.
Make it look real gaudy, but it's really not.
Put the jeweled stuff on it.
Hell yeah! All right, I'm down. With this.
Bedazzle.
I'm down with this idea.
Yeah,
That's a little more in budget.
Yeah. I would like to get Alex some bling, so he can be our official hype man.
That's so cool. But I'm glad we added the horns. It adds a whole new dynamic, and we always call upon Jeff Mann when we can. So we had an 8-piece band for our first big show, kind of in our local area, back at Ardmore. That was the beginning of June.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we had our full 8-piece band. If all of a sudden, like, we just sold, like, 1 million records, challenge people.
Put it out there.
Put it out there. We would tour with a full 8-piece band, I think, all the time. I think that would be the ideal Chestnut Grove experience. But we do have at least a full 8-piece band clip from Rock the Dock this year.
True.
Which I do want to show everybody right now.
Yeah, but we gotta tell them about the Ardmore show that I was talking about is going to be released. We had a video crew, Carl McWhirter, on site. He captured everything, and we got the sound. We got to mix the sound. This is our reminder.
Oh, yeah. No, I know we have to mix the sound. I've hit up Owen. Life is hard.
It's hard. It's hard
Times
to
are tough. Also, nobody's getting paid to do any of this stuff, really, for real. So, like, it's just trying to find time to make people do it.
But we're going to make it happen, and we're going to have that full show ready next year, early next year.
But before we continue to recap the rest of the year, I want to cut to a video from Rock the Dock.
Boom.
All right, welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip of us at Rock the Dock. This past summer, we ventured back out to Appleton, Wisconsin, but before we did, we played at Chafee's Music Festival right near Erie.
Yeah, we actually routed ourselves in a smart way this time around.
Well, thanks to People's Brewing Company in Indiana. for making that possible. We actually had a little bit of a run out to Appleton, Wisconsin this year, which we're trying to do again this spring. So keep your eyes out for that. And if you are watching this show and you think we should hit your town in Illinois, or is that not how you say Illinois?
Just Illinois.
Illinois.
Hard ass.
Illinois.
No, it's fine. Super fun.
That's the Illinois.
Chicago. Whatever, dude. That's what happens when you're like
When you're
raised
from
by
Pennsylvania.
Phyllis.
No, when you're from Pennsylvania. Yeah. I think also my favorite part of that trip was not only hitting Indiana for like the first time officially, but that was kind of like a team bonding. We stayed in an Airbnb and like hung out.
we had a
got
ton of
our
fun.
asses handed to us playing video games with Jared.
Oh my god, dude, he's a world class. Hold on, time out. Jared is a world class, and I mean world class, like not good like your friend's good at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Like we were playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
On another level.
And I like barely even could play anymore. Like I felt like an 80-year-old holding a PlayStation controller for the first time. I was like, I have no idea how to do this. I suck.
Yeah.
I feel like so removed from this. Jared proceeds to get up there and score points that I didn't know were fucking possible for a human being.
He knows all the combo lines. He knows everything.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think it was out of 300,000 in the world, he was like top 800.
60.
No, it wasn't that far.
I think he was that high, dude.
He was around like 500 because like there's people out there that are just even more insane than.
I think you're so wrong. I remember being way
Okay.
higher than that. I
Either way,
I remember
Either
being
way.
so much higher than that. Like
Either way, Jared is a freak.
He's
at playing
ranked.
that game.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
It was so fun to watch though because it was just like effortless for him, and he's just like.
And then he crushed us
just
in
like,
all video games.
Yeah.
Like, we tried playing him in
College football?
and he just gets an interception anytime you try to throw the ball.
He's
Like,
an insane
you
cornerback.
think Jalen Hurts can't throw it
Dude.
over the middle? No one could throw it over the middle against Jared.
Yeah.
Jared Filer.
He clearly like really knows how to choose a player and move that player where they need to be exactly when they need to do it. Because
I don't
like
have that
his
kinda-
timing
I don't
was.
have that kind of like joystick control.
I just don't care enough. Like
I don't know if it's about care. I feel like that's like an
I
innate-
cared
like-
when we were playing because Jared was so good that I took it personal that I needed to at least try.
I know. I went
so
that
that's the most that
I went
I've
that
tried.
3 quarters beating him with a team. I
Yeah.
went 3 full quarters with actually winning.
And then he just destroys
And then he
you.
still just
that was
destroyed me.
probably a challenge. He's like, I'm just gonna let him score
Yeah,
all 3
oh,
quarters
100%.
and then destroy him anyway.
Yeah. I'm just gonna let
probably-
him think he's winning.
He probably did. He's like, I'll boost James's ego a
Dude,
little bit.
it's whatever. We need a young ruffian in our band. He brings our median age down.
Shannon also, it's nice having another girl around. Like Shannon painted my nails.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just
She
nice
got
having
nice
like,
accessories for the van as well, which
She did.
the pillows are clutch.
She did.
I also love having just a back seat because it used to be you guys would say something stupid and I'd look at Zach and he'd look at me and I'd be like, what? And then we'd have a sidebar conversation. But now it's Shannon looking at me going, I know, isn't that ridiculous?
Aren't they crazy?
Isn't this the silliest thing you've ever heard in your life? Can you believe you're in a band with us? It's ridiculous. Don't question your life choices.
Just get into a big, large white van with
Yeah.
your friends and travel the country.
It's super fun.
They say it's dead, and it is.
Yeah.
But you should do it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, all odds are definitely against you, but I don't regret anything.
It's been a solid year. All in all,
Yeah.
it's been a really solid year. There's been more people out to our shows than ever before. The hiatus was, in the grand scheme, one of the best things. It rejuvenated the band. It made us excited to be out there again. It made our fans realize that we might not always be there.
Yeah.
So everybody who has been out to a show, anybody who's been watching this podcast, anybody who's tuned into Chestnut Grove in 2025, get ready for a hell of a 2026 because we're totally back. We're full throttle. We're definitely ready to release some new music.
Tell your friends.
And we've got tour dates we're working on, and we will be announcing everything for 2026 pretty soon.
Yeah. Oh, also that Indiana show was super hot. Hot. We played inside because it was
It
so
was
hot.
supposed to be
corn
outside.
sweat. The corn
Yes,
sweat.
the corn sweat. That was the
Indiana
corn sweat. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Which is a real thing. Look it up.
It's strange.
People's Brewing is another fantastic, cool little bar in Lafayette, Indiana, right near Purdue University, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
I think that's where we were at. We got to roll through there on our way to Mile of Music Fest, and they were hospitable, super fucking nice, had delicious beer and food,
Yeah,
and
we had to cram into a little spot, but
we
that
cannot
was
wait
fun.
to come back.
Yeah,
I
it was
look
super
forward to
fun.
coming back. Yeah. They said I could play outside, and I kind of just want to play inside again.
Yeah, I'll say either way, it'll be fun.
I don't mind cramming the band into a corner.
So then we got Jared and Shannon introduced to Mile of Music, which is just a mind-blowing experience. So you can't not have fun there.
No.
I know we talked about it in the Mateo episode.
We did.
But
We touched on Mile a lot, but you can't talk about Mile of Music enough. I mean, that was our 5th or 6th year at a Mile event. Mm-hmm. Whether it was New Year's.
we're already a little established out there, so we have a following at most of the shows that we played this year, so it made us look good too.
Yeah. Jared and Shannon are probably like, nice, this band, people actually enjoy Chestnut Grove. And we're like, yep, not that many, but Appleton fucking does. Like, they fucking dig it.
Yeah, no, and then the Super Jam was off the charts per usual.
The Super Jam was incredible. We did a ton of songs. We did Sabotage. We did Moon Age Daydream.
Killing in the name of.
Dee did Killing in the Name of with the Traveling Suitcase.
It was just like
The Mile Jam is like
a circus.
you get all these Chestnut Grove type bands from all across the country that are just absurdly good, undervalued and underfollowed in the grand scheme of music. And Ian and everybody from Mile of Music Fest just does an incredible job of finding these bands out of the woodwork. Like, I really don't know how they do it. And then we all get to come together at the end of the weekend, and we're not allowed to play covers. And then at the very end of the weekend, we all get together at an unofficial part of the show and put on one hell of a performance where we all just kind of play covers together, switch bands in and out. And at the end this year, we did it with a little help from my friends with Wild Adriatic, who was officially on hiatus. So there was a ton of emotions in the room when that was happening, to the point where, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was pretty sick this year, and I saw their version of With a Little Help from my friends with Nathaniel Rateliff and all those fucking famous dudes, and it was almost as good as ours. Almost.
Nice. That was very epic. Yeah, I stood on an amp for that whole thing, and it's just like we smashed so many musicians on that stage.
Oh, it's incredible. Bombargo, Adrian and Meredith were there. I'm missing so many bands.
Yeah.
There's so many bands.
An overwhelming amount
of artists to the point where I don't even know if I got to meet everybody I was on stage with.
100%. No,
Like,
that's
how intense it
guaranteed.
is.
We brought a bottle of tequila down, and it was gone
I
in
lo-
like a second.
It was,
I was like,
it was
oh
like
my
5
God.
or 6 songs in. I was like, well, I'll grab a beer.
Yeah, it was. I was absolutely shocked, but that just shows like when you get the right.
So if you're into the Mile Jam and you listen to this podcast, bring extra tequila next year for the Mile Jam. It'll be even better.
For sure. Or worse. I don't know. Whatever. But that pretty much like wrapped up our summer in upstate New York. We hit Unahog again. And then Red Corner in October.
Red Corner Benefit, which we had Kevin and Rachel on.
And Sean.
And Sean. Sean hung out in the background, but we forced him on the show a little bit.
He just was here to drink wine, and we were like, no.
No. Once you're drunk enough, we're going to get you over here.
He was very silly by the end of the night.
Red Corner Benefit was a hell of a success this year.
It was.
The weather, again, was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had some cold, rough weather
We
years at
lucked
Red
out.
Corner. In the past, few Red Corners, in my recent memory, have been very nice weather. We've lucked out. So weather gods, be on our side again for next year.
And the recipient, Rylan, was around.
Yeah.
She had a dance routine
She
on the
danced on
stage.
stage.
That was crazy.
You can find all of the Red Corner performances on YouTube.
Yes.
All the bands. We
Under
can
Don Valentine's.
watch all of them.
page.
Should we stop the show right now and just
Oh yeah,
get a cut?
let's share a song, totally.
Let's not do a Chestnut Grove one. Let's show them if we have to ask Jesse if we're allowed. So we'll find out if we get to keep this part of the show on or not. But I want to do Pink Pony Club.
Oh yes.
I want to show everybody Pink Pony Club.
This
So,
was such a
enjoy.
surprise.
But I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA. And I heard that there's a special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day. I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. Oh, Santa Monica, I swear it's calling me. Won't make my mama proud, it's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl, I know she's gonna scream. God, what have you done? You're a big pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh, mama, I'm just having fun on a stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the big pony club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the big pony club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the big pony club. Big pony club. I love, and jaws are on the floor. Lovers in the bathroom and a line outside the door. Backlights and a mirror disco ball. Every night's another reason why I left it all. I'm made by wicked dreams, a year from Tennessee. Oh, Santa Monica, it's good to me. Won't make my mama proud, it's gonna cause a scene. She sees a baby girl, I know she's gonna scream. God, what have you done? You're a big pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh, mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. That's where I belong, down at the big pony club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the big pony club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the big pony club. Big pony club. Don't think I've left you all behind. Still love you in Tennessee. You're always on my mind. And mama, every Saturday I can hear your southern drawl 1,000 miles away. Saying, God, what have you done? You're a big pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh, mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the big pony club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the big pony club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the big pony club. Big pony club.
Wow, thank you. That was like the greatest moment of my life.
And we're back. That, just touching back on that, that was the greatest.
Yeah.
That was the best.
I was in the crowd for
fun.
the Pink Pony Club thing, and I remember I was backstage actually when it was first happening, and I could hear it going on. And I was like, yo, I was probably talking mid-conversation with somebody, like
I have to
drinking. And
leave.
I just literally went, time out. I think that's D singing Pink Pony Club with Jesse and Jill. I'll see you later. I'm out. I'm fucking out of here.
I have to leave. He messaged me and all he said was Pink Pony Club? ? And then nothing.
So you were just like loosely there.
I was like,
That's how Jesse rolls.
Yeah, are you asking?
Jesse Wagner, Jesse and Jill, they play down in Key West, Florida all the time. Great friends of ours, always come up and support Red Corner Benefit. But moving on,
They're fantastic. Yes. So next, pretty much we hit Halloween. Halloween up at the Waterhole. We dressed as insurance mascots this year.
Shannon was the best. Mm-hmm. Shannon's costume. Vince tied her for first place.
They were the best for different reasons. John's sister Brittany built Shannon a Jeep, like the front of a Jeep.
Yeah, she was the general.
With headlights that she could put on her keys.
Show me your headlights.
Working headlights.
And they worked.
Yeah.
So she looked like she was in a Jeep all night because she stands behind the keys. So she's dressed as like the sexy general. I'm calling her sexy general.
I mean, yeah, that's what she was going
that's what
for,
we were
for sure.
doing.
It was just a hot lady with a mustache.
Yeah. And for some reason, that's super fun. I don't know what it is about wearing a mustache, but it's super fun. But then Vince, we ended up getting a like from Liberty Mutual on Instagram.
Because he was the emu.
Because he was Doug.
He was Doug, and then he had an emu.
No, he had a flightless bird.
He had a
It was
flightless
a
bird.
kiwi.
He had a kiwi.
It was a tiny little kiwi bird, and it was hilarious.
It was like
It was a pool floaty, right?
he
Inflatable
looked
pool
so
toy.
good. He threw that thing into the audience at some point, and the girl who caught it came up after the show and was like, "What's his name?" And I was like, "Limu," and she said, "Thanks." And like, I looked back at Vince, and I was like, "You are the best."
I
This
remember
is
the
great."
next morning in the van when we're all just smoking joints and driving back home, and you're like, "No fucking way!" And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "No fucking way!"
It's
And I was
so
like, "You're like,
silly.
I don't even know why this is cool," but you're like, Liberty Mutual liked our post,
No, commented on it.
commented on it, one up to the
Oh,
like.
God. It was I don't know, just simple crap like that.
Successful Halloween.
Camaraderie
Hopefully,
with your buddies.
I hope we're just indefinitely invited to Waterhole Lounge for Halloween now. We've done a handful of them, so hopefully Eric and Kiki just invite us back every year for Halloween.
We love the Waterhole.
We will step
it
our
is
game
so
up
fun.
even better for next year if we do get to go back for Halloween.
We also were technically the headliner. We had a freaking awesome opener
Awesome
this
opening
year.
band. Awesome.
All Night Boogie Band
Dude.
was so good.
I don't often get nervous after a band plays because you're a high energy front person. I'm not usually like, I'm like, oh, this is going to be pretty intense. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
People are going to dance. People are going to like what we're about to do.
Right.
And All Night Boogie Band's just down there fucking killing
Dude,
it. Vince
yeah.
and Critter played that show with us. And Chris and Vince come up to me right backstage up in the green room, like, as they're still playing, and they're like, "This band fucking rips," and I was like, "I know, dude. I switched to water. I'm like, I'm getting my shit together right now."
We started our set very juiced up.
See, when he switched to water, I stayed on tequila.
Oh,
yeah, John,
yeah.
John was tuned.
I was a little
up.
tuned up that night.
Woo, but like in a good way.
You were fine. You weren't bad.
No, the funny part is,
Jared
like,
and I looked at each other though 4 or 5 songs into the set. We were like, "John's lit."
yeah,
Like,
I thought that the show was going like extremely fast. Like, oh my god, the tempo's so quick.
the beginning of the show probably wasn't.
It was a
fast.
little-
It was a little,
Yeah.
but like for me, I was like, whoa,
It's all
wait,
coming
hold
at
on,
me.
I'm just
It's all
drunk.
coming
I'm
at
just
me.
drunk. I'm just drunk.
Well,
Just
cross-eyed
play.
and painless drunk has to be hard.
Well, that's fast.
That
as
was
hell.
probably, honestly, once we got to that song, it evened out after
Everything
that.
settled out.
Yes.
Well,
Did we do
honestly, that
cross-eyed and
one's
painless
supposed
before
to.
Maharishi?
yes.
Yes. I had to piss.
That'll also
Until
do it.
Maharishi.
That'll
and
do
then you guys are doing the jam part at the end of Maharishi.
So
I
you're just like,
oh, I
bye.
made Scott and A hold the door for me.
So you could pee
So I
outside.
could pee outside. I was like, "Scott, I peed outside by the trash cans real quick. I was like, I gotta fucking piss. I'm never gonna make it through the rest of this show. I'm like, we don't start till like 10:30 there. So all I've been doing is like drinking and watching the Sixers.
That, at least you had the Sixers to like kind of kill some time.
Yeah, no, I did.
Sometimes when it's like a late gig, you're just kind of like twiddling your thumbs, trying not to do something stupid. trying not to smoke too much.
Just that movie Get Him to the
You're
Greek.
just,
You're
like,
Jonah Hill
yeah,
and Out of
trying to
Snow.
find your balance.
Like, you're just both those people. You're like your own manager. You're like, don't let him drink, but don't let him not drink either.
Yeah. Yeah. Let him do a little bit, but not too much. There's a very fine line. That's a really good point.
That is absolutely what pre-show. I mean, unless you're not an alcoholic anymore. Like,
Well, even if you're a sober person, you're like, now I have to find something to do with
for
all this,
4 hours,
all this
free time and
adrenaline.
adrenaline. Yeah.
And then all that adrenaline gets even more heightened. So, like, I feel like post-show is harder because you're like, I have all of this. What do I do with it?
Post-show's impossible. Sometimes, like, post-show, like, I'm like, not that people do this a lot, but I, like, can't go to bed post-show. Mm-hmm. So, like, if we have, like, a show, like, randomly on a Sunday at home, kind of, and we all just kind of go home afterwards, I fucking hate that. I cannot handle that shit. Because I'm like, we just did awesome stuff together, and everybody just left. And now I'm all alone, filled with a bunch of high energy. And I'm like, nobody's going to drink and smoke and talk about it with me. Like,
nobody's here to listen. I guess I'll just maybe try and walk around.
Yeah, like leaving, like the Big Phil shows, like we leave and I'm like, this sucks. I want 6 more espresso martinis and I want my friends back.
Oh, yeah. That's always tough, though, because then you're wasted.
No, I know. I know.
But after that, after Halloween, we just had Band of Skulls, right?
Yeah. After the Halloween show, we've had a pretty slow fall, but this year that was the intention, and that'll be the intentions going forward. We do very meaningful shows, stuff we think matters.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, really keeps something going, builds new momentum, you know.
It also keeps you fresh, and it's the holidays. People are doing other crap. Like, people are very busy this time of year, it seems.
Yeah. I like to be home for the holidays too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be on the road for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
we used to do that back in the day. We used to go up to Googs and then truck it all the way back home. We were younger. It was fun then. Like, it was okay to puke behind Googs and then make it to
and then go try and eat. No, but the Band of Skulls show was a really fantastic way to kind of like wrap up our year because we ended the year as an opening band.
And we spent most of the year headlining.
And we spent most of the year headlining. I feel like reminding yourself that being the opening band is a good thing and like kind of like another step in another connection direction. Like, now we know those guys.
That's the first time we ever opened for an international band.
Oh, that. Yeah. I was like, it was a lot of firsts. So I feel like ending the year on something that gives you kind of like momentum into the next year feels great.
I'm going to try my best to get us a UK booking agent out of it.
Yeah.
2027.
At least
we're jumping the pond.
Yeah, some kind of stay in contact with those guys because they were awesome.
They were fantastic band. And they were super nice. When you're touring with larger bands, it's like a 50-50 of whether or not you'll actually even talk to them. Mm-hmm. So going into those shows, you're always like, I don't even know if I'm going to even meet this band.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'll see them. It'll be cool. I'm still going to be here.
And as like an opener, you don't want to really overstep your bounds either. You're just kind of respectful.
And they came right in our green room and talked in their sick British accents.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, you guys watching the Eagles? Yeah, Eagles Cowboys big weekend." Like, I don't have a British accent, but you know.
Insert British accent here.
We gave them the full Philly experience, so we were going nuts. For
it was
game.
the Eagles-Cowboys game, so we were screaming.
I know. We had to go on
room.
stage while we were starting to lose the game.
Yeah.
They literally tied it up right before we had to go on.
Yeah.
That was the worst.
That was an
awful.
interesting. Full disclosure: we had the game on Dee's phone on the stage.
Well, go Birds.
Go Birds.
No matter what, go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
They're gonna make a comeback.
Yeah.
See you in the bowl.
But after that show, it was really cool because a couple fans got to stick around too, and Russell brought out his one-of-a-kind guitar that's made out of the same type of material that you build airplanes. It's like an aluminum.
I was drunk.
Yeah. I'm letting you know. Cool shit happened after that show. And we were like holding it. He was letting people play it. And he was just,
I do remember that. I remember Jared holding it. They got a picture with Jared and stuff.
It was
I do remember.
cool.
I was like, I'm not fucking going to touch that.
It's probably for the best.
I was just like, I'm not
for the
fucking
best.
touching that.
No, it's for the best. But I just felt like that was a nice homey way to wrap up our like kind of touring season and
Yeah, and we finished at our home venue, Ardmore Music Hall. You know, that's pretty much our spot.
Yeah.
So shout out to the crew over there.
Love you, Ardmore.
Love you.
Ardmore Music Hall. You're the best. So now we're kind of like in recording mode. We got
Yeah, we've been recording all year, on and
Yeah.
off. When we've been home, we've been at it. We got 2 new singles that we're hopefully going to be coming out with in the spring. I don't have official dates yet.
yeah, but they're also. I feel like it's important to mention how opposite these songs are.
Well, we're working on. If you're listening to the podcast, the goal is to have these singles come out this year.
This is like the creative brainstorming
And
behind
then
it.
we're working on 2 different records that are going to come out at the same time in 2027, and one of them is going to be a more R&B, vocal influenced record, and then I would say the other one's a very like grungy dance album, if that makes any sense. Like I they're 2 things that don't normally go together, like grunge and new wave. They usually aren't friends.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're taking a very grungy approach to new wave and
Yeah.
dancey kind of stuff. And so we're going for 2 records at once. These singles will represent those 2 records. And we've been working on them with our producer, Derek Chafin. We've been at the Barn writing. We've been at Barn Sound Studios recording. And we're looking forward to 2026 and 2027. We've got a lot going on. It's going to take some time. We're going to take our time with it. We're not going to rush.
Yes, that's the beauty behind it, being able to actually make a good plan. We also had Jeff Mann on percussion again for these 2 tracks, and hopefully for the rest of it. And we had Alex Steyer, Edge, and Adam Price
Yeah, Craig
as our
Edgerton,
horn.
Adam Price, and Alex Steyer. They did some horns on the one song, The Hang.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, so good. And we're also working on potentially recording strings on some of these songs. So they're definitely, these have required the most focus and production than any of the material we have previously done in the past. So, which is why we're taking our time with it. Make sure we get it right.
Yeah, get it right. Make it sound exactly how you want it to sound, and not feel this like invisible pressure while still like knowing.
Well, that is the
Have an
nice thing. I mean,
objective.
we quit on the last record when we were recording Can't Stand the Music. So there was like so much pressure to almost like be like, if the record is loved and wins a Grammy, maybe we'll stay a band.
Yeah.
That's like what's in the back of your brain, and you're trying like so hard to like accomplish something. And then in the past too, when we were always recording music, I felt like we were always in a rush.
Yes.
Like it was like, we got to get this out there so the world knows about us. And this time around, there's no pressure. There's no real timeline. We can come out with it really whenever we want. We can come out with it when it's finished, not when the deadline for it to come out is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I feel like that really frees up the creative process. Like, I feel like now that we're writing with new members, it's like all new.
It is. Some of the sounds are new.
Yeah.
You know, Jared and Shannon's influences are not the same as Gary and Zach's were with us.
Exactly.
Me, like the 3 of us went to high school together. We grew up listening to the same records together and stuff. Like Jared and Shannon did not do that with us, which is a huge
It's a huge
change.
advantage.
It's a huge change too
Yeah.
to how like the sound of our band works, because you have these people bringing in soundscapes and landscapes and thoughts that are not really from your influences. So you're just going to inevitably get these new sounds out of all of it. And it's been fantastic. And they're both great singers. So working with them and writing with them is such a fun process. Like, I feel like we get closer to what our old studio work would have, it would have taken studio time. We're able to kind of get to that in pre-production.
Yeah,
quicker.
like meet those foundation pieces a little faster.
Yeah, like in real time, instead of finding out like, okay, this is how the vocals work in studio. It's like we're finding out this is how the vocals could work before we even get to the studio.
Right.
And, you know, just to credit Jared too heavily, like he's a strong, smart musical
dude.
mind, and having somebody like John has been for this band, having somebody else like that is fun and exciting. Like the other night, like he's writing a bridge on guitar at the end of practice and building a part with us. Like that's something we would have done only with John in the past. Like that was the only other person who was really thinking about chords that way.
He's quick about it. Yeah, he's so much faster about it. Like, it'll take me way longer. I'll have to sit there and be like, I have the idea, but now I have to find
I'll
it.
never even get there by myself.
Yeah, that's why we have such a good team. I'm grateful for the whole fact that it is really hard to find people that A, you like, B, you want to spend all that time with, and C, can have that same work attitude that you have.
Yeah, and yeah, they're willing to show up.
Yes.
It's a part-time job that doesn't really pay for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't get paid for all the practice time, all the gear you have to make sure you have.
The
all
hours
that.
of having to just watch us smoke weed.
I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry. Oh, it's a part of it, but that's what I mean. Like, it's not every day that you're able to just find people that are likable and like you. And the whole thing is symbiotic, and they're not just like, I can play music with you,
100%.
but I don't want to be around you.
Yeah, and like I also said, we have different tastes in music. Like, we definitely still have some middle ground. Like,
Yeah.
everybody seems to enjoy what we're trying to put out still with this band, and everybody's like excited about the material we're making.
I think we're just very accepting in the way that we're like, make it your own as well. Make this something that you want to be invested in.
100%.
Because that's what makes it worth it. That's also when you get the most unique stuff. That's pretty much our whole year, man. We've just been recording and getting back into the swing of things.
Yeah, hell yeah. Next episode, we're going to have Frankie Cavone from Mirth Films on. Yeah. And we didn't touch upon a skate festival we played with him in Lake George too much because we're going to talk about it next week. And you guys are finally going to get to watch John and James skateboard horribly.
They played a game of skate. And
at a real skate festival with real skaters. We hid behind one of the buildings. We didn't even skate at the skate park.
Special guest commentary from Travis Gray, possibly to be
Who's got
included.
a podcast out now, Rough
Yes,
Pumpkins.
yes.
Check it out.
I'm following it already. It's awesome.
It's good stuff. It's been awesome. So check that podcast out. We'll have to do an episode where we do it together.
Collab.
We'll just be like, we'll have a co-post.
Yeah,
we'll
dude.
be his first virtual guest, and he'll be our virtual guest. And we'll
Perfect.
Love
hang out. So I'm putting that out into the universe.
But yeah, stick around for that next episode because there's going to be a whole lot of juicy insider info that I'm sure even we don't have because Frankie has stories for days.
Yeah, dude, Frankie's done a lot. Frankie's filmed a lot of bands. Frankie's done a lot of things. I'm excited.
Stories for
excited
days.
to have him on. So we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching this episode of Funk Yeah, It's a Podcast. Don't forget to follow us, subscribe, like all the things. Please share us around because I know it might sound annoying, but it does really help. And we'd like to keep doing this.
And it's been a hot minute. Is this the part of the show where we play the Christmas song?
Yeah, we're going to have another song, but I'm just saying bye.
Peace out. Happy holidays.
So you know Dasher and Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say,
Oh.
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee,
Yippee!
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer,
Reindeer.
you'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. Merry Christmas!
This episode is brought to you by Mirth Films. Mirth Films is a music news and entertainment outlet that specializes in original video content and live streaming. Based out of New York State with coverage spanning the local, regional, and national scene. They have a wide variety of topics that are covered. Mirth Films video content consists of live music videos, artist interviews, documentaries, podcasts, video and photo, sketch comedy, festival recaps, and more. Mirth Films also offers written content like exclusive interviews, recaps of the latest concerts including high-resolution photo galleries, and much more. Not only do they produce original content, Mirth Films can also be found working behind the scenes with artists, venues, businesses by helping create content for their own platforms. Some of the various work with our partners include live streaming, video production, photography, among other forms of multimedia marketing.
Remember when Andrew killed that goose?